Hello, Retro Core Kiddos. This is ThatZooooooo with another quick player. Let's look at, or whatever I call these things anymore. This one is for the N64 here. Once we get past these crappy looking screens, it'll get better. Warning, save data detected. Let's load it. This is... Welcome to Destruction Derby. Yep, this is Destruction Derby 64 here. You guys may remember the Destruction Derby series on the PlayStation 1. It had quite a few games on it. Destruction Derby 2, Destruction Derby 3, and a couple others I don't remember the names of. And there was one on the PlayStation 2 as well. This one, however, Destruction Derby 64 is a bit lesser known. It's not a port of any of those games, but it's sort of the 64's analog to the PSX Destruction Derby. Here, I've never played any of the PlayStation 1 Destruction Derbies, but from what I've seen, it's similar, but it's different. It's a bit different here. Whereas in the PlayStation 1 games, you were trying to finish laps while you're trying to finish a race while beating up your opponents. This one is just about the points here. It doesn't matter how many laps you do. It's just as long as you have the higher score at the end. Well, I guess that's the point of the other Destruction Derbies as well. But yeah, but there's also the arena battles, which are pretty much the last one standing wins for the most part. So instead of me sitting here talking, let's go. You got 4 main modes here. You can press the Z button for options if you want. Here, we turn up the music a little, so it's on par with the sound effects. I don't know if that's too loud or not. Here, let me punch it back down to where it was. So you have 4 main modes. World Championship is sort of like the Grand Prix mode. You go through a series of circuits and arena battles, and you have to try to have the most points at the end of the final event. Here, and you got 4 different classes: Novice, Amateur, Professional, and Legend. The AI difficulty doesn't change. What does change between the difficulty levels is the track layouts and how many events you do. Novice has the standard track layouts, and you do the least number of events, and all the way up to Legend, which you do all the events, and the track layouts are messed up. But the first time you encounter a track, it's in normal forward mode. For example, if you do Novice, all the courses you'll play will be in normal forward. Once you do an Amateur, the courses you played in Novice will be reversed. And Professional, the courses on Novice will be mirrored, and on Legend, the courses in Novice will be mirrored reverse. Same thing with Amateur. Amateur, the first time you go up to here, will be normal forward. Professional will be reverse, and Legend will be mirrored. And yeah, the way they decided to change the tracks up is kind of weird. But we're not going to do a Grand Prix here, because if I did the whole game for you, what else would there be for you to do, right? Arcade mode is the single event mode, which I'll be going into. And yeah, like I said, World Grand Prix is World Championship is just like a Grand Prix. The highest points at the end of the last event wins. Time trial is probably the most boring mode. It's just a flat out time trial if you don't against the clock if you don't want to Destruction Derby other people. And multiplayer mode's for 2 to 4 people. I might go into this at the end, but yeah. Since I'm by myself, I won't be able to do much, but I can at least show them off. You can see different modes are available between 2 and 4 players. And you can't play multiplayer by yourself, oddly enough. So I might show the 2-player stuff at the end. For now, let's do some arcade mode. Arcade. So you can see if you go into the Novice ladder, it shows you the tracks you can do on Novice difficulty, and all the tracks above it are going to be locked. And as you can see, once you go up in difficulty, you can play more of the tracks. You see on Amateur, you got these 3 events able to be played. On Professional, you can do these 2, and on Legend, you can do the final 2. So it steps up the number of tracks in the Grand Prix every difficulty you go up. So I don't know. Should I show the course the normal forward or just do legend? I don't know. And like I said, the AI difficulty doesn't go up at all. So I might as well just do the normal forward. So let's just stick with the novice ladder. Here, just show you. See it. So I'm gonna do four events for you. 2 regular tracks and 2 arena battles. Here, 2 of them I'm gonna do as a regular sort of I have an equal chance as everybody else, and 2 of them are going to be, hey, I can beat these guys no problem. You can see my high scores there. Yeah, that took a while to do. Seascape Sprint, I almost got 1,000. So why don't we just do the first level here, Seascape Sprint. When you first start the game, you have these generic numbered cars, 2, 1, 9, 3, 2, 2, 2, 6, 7, 13, 49, 89, 31, and 50. So there's 12 there, and they're all balanced. It's pretty much no difference between them. They have good speed, average acceleration, excellent handling, and average durability. These are the cars you start out with. But as you play the game more, as you can see I don't have them all unlocked, but as you complete Grand Prix and time trials, you unlock bonus vehicles which have different stats. So I got the Pickup, Taxi Cab, Blue Demon, and Amberlance and Street Rocket unlocked. In order to unlock most of these cars, you need to beat the default records on time trials, and since I can't really be arsed to do the time trials, these are kind of locked. I got the best vehicle unlocked anyway, the Amberlance. Even though the Amberlance is low speed, acceleration, and handling, that durability is what makes it overpowered here. If you use the ambulance, you're pretty much guaranteed not to lose. So you can see here, unmatched offense and defense, and outstanding traction. There's pretty much no weaknesses of this car. So yeah, in this game, durability is more important than speed, and you'll see why. So I'm just gonna, like I said, 2 of them I'm gonna do as a regular dummy numbered car. So I'm gonna do pick 50 because America. So on these normal circuits here, it's a circuit race. When you collide with another player, you get up to 100 points for each collision. You get 20 points if you're able to kill an opponent. You get 20 points each time you pass a checkpoint. And you get a 10-second time bonus for score every 30 points you get from collisions. So yeah, as you can see here, you can see the hood. Yeah, but if you look at the mini-map on the bottom left, you can see you're in a pack of 4. 3 CPU cars and you, going forward. And you have 2 other packs of 4 going the opposite direction. That's how it works here. I guess so you have as many crashing opportunities as possible. See, yeah, I got a time as the rule said, I got a time bonus for getting 30 points from the collisions. And it's 30 points cumulative, not a 430-point collision. So you can as long as you get every 30 points of collision points, you get a time bonus here. I'm stumbling over my words. For the most part, head-on collisions give you the most points, so you want to try to do head-on collisions for the most part. So checkpoints give you a time bonus and 20 points. And as the race goes on, the checkpoints give you less and less time. Eventually, where they just start giving you no time at all, pretty much. But the 10-second time bonus you get from the 30 points is always going to be flat. So you have to pretty much live off that once the checkpoint bonuses start dwindling. And as you can see at the bottom right, you can see your health meters. You can see the health meter on these cars drain pretty fast. You can't really survive too long. And I got loads of time here. I'm not sure if I explained this right, but yeah, it's pretty much whoever has the most points wins. You get points for crashing and passing checkpoints. And the game ends when you run out of time, when you explode, or when you are the last one standing. And yeah, if you're using one of these standard cars, you're pretty much not going to last till the end. Because if I crash into something else, I'm going to die here. So when you're in this state, you just want to try to go through checkpoints now and try to avoid crashing because you're going to die. Try to drag this out as long as you can. Limping home to the barn. Yeah, I'm just going to see how long I can survive with no health. Here. I forget what I talk about all the time, so I hope I got everything out of the way. So you can see each race starts with 12 cars, 11 CPU cars, and you. And as I said, it's pretty much impossible with a standard car to be the last one standing. But I'm gonna try. Hopefully the other cars will wreck each other. Hopefully. And it looks like all the cars are going backwards. My 3 forward buddies are dead, so it's not very likely that they're going to wreck on their own, so might as well go out in a blaze of glory. See if I can take somebody out with me. Come on. Yeah, murder-suicide. And since I died, the race ends. The CPU drivers could have kept going, but nope, the race ends when I die. Player power. And you can see the breakdown after each race. You can see the amount of points you got from checkpoints, the amount of points you got from collisions, and your total score here. I got the most collision points by far, and alright checkpoint points, checkpoint bonuses is. So yep, you just have to try to go for points. There's pretty much no point in trying to survive, because you will not survive in these standard cars, at least. So let's do another novice. Let's do one arena battle, the junkyard, and our America car. Yeah, America. So these arena battles are just wreck into each other. Up to 100 points for each collision and 20 points for each kill. The game ends when there's one car left or when the player dies. No, wait, this mode ends when you are the last one standing or when you die. So again, it's all up to you. And it's just a death match. Pretty much, you just ram into each other for points. And again, you want to try to have the most points when you explode, at least. So if you see you're in the lead, you might want to try to suicide yourself. Tactical suicide. And the arena battles, it's harder to get points, I find. At least, it's hard to get the big bucks in terms of points. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to wait for the CPU cars to destroy themselves before you walk in, because like I said, these default cars aren't very durable compared to the bonus vehicles. So let's see, but that would make for a boring video if I just sat back and watched the AI destroy itself, and plus the AI might build up enough of a lead where I can't make up the gap by just taking out the stragglers. So I gotta participate somewhat. And I want to try to keep my health fairly high. It's gonna be hard though, especially when I fail to hit anything. There was sort of a glitch you can do if you pin a car against the wall, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do. Like this. You see, I'm constantly getting one point while barely sustaining any damage. So if you're able to drag a car against the wall, you can sort of glitch out the game like that. You can sort of just keep getting 1 point constantly without really taking much damage. And that's pretty much how I got all the high scores on the arena mode. I got the 1 point glitch out. And it's best if you do it against a rounded wall, like this back wall here. Most of the arenas have a rounded wall, and it makes it easy to do the exploit here. So you can see well, he decided not to have any of that. He didn't take kindly to being ran from behind. Go figure. So, I see a kill. If you can, try to go for kills, because kills are guaranteed 20 points no matter what. So try to go for kills if you can. So yeah, he's almost dead, or he's white smoke. Are there any more black smoke cars? No, orange is black smoke, so you gotta love it when the AI kills themselves. You just watch 2 AI crash into each other, and they blow up. Yeah, but we're all 3 of us are pretty much dead. All the 2 cars seems to be doing fine. So it's just me and the 2 car, and I got blew up. Second place, not bad in this. Yeah, I am disappointed. So, and the default vehicle, second place isn't bad. I would take second place, and I was behind by 30 points exactly. If I would have got more collision points, that would have been better. Or if I would have got more of the kills. Oh well, second place isn't bad. Now I'm going to show you the OP-ness that is the Ambulance. Here, I'm going to do amateur here and do the next set of I'll do Aztec Ruins on one of these tracks here. Let's do Bayou Run. That's, you may saw that in the opening sequence. You know what? Let's do this one. Destruction Junction. This one is fun. As you can see, it's a figure 8. So you can end it with a cross in the middle. So this one is for maximum payload carnage. And there's only 2 checkpoints here, whereas most of the tracks have 3 checkpoints and it has 3 groups of 4. This one only has 2 checkpoints, so it's 2 groups of 6. 6 cars going forward and 6 cars going backwards. So this one's more unique of the racetrack. So let's do this one. Since this is a figure 8, it doesn't really matter which version you do.
Welcome to
Destruction Junction. Yeah, this is the final track of Novice mode here. So it does have some kind of epic sounding music, I guess. So yeah, Amberlance is going to be slow, so more than likely you're going to miss the first impact here. And you're going to be struggling for time because of no collision bonus. So let's see if I can... yeah. You can see I took that collision head on, and compared to the 50, and compared to the generic car, I barely took any damage on that. So yeah, because like I said, speed takes a backseat to endurance here. So having a car with high durability and health is going to be paramount compared to speed. The only time you want a speed car is in the time trial mode, which I will do, I guess, so you can see how that works. Yeah. Head-on collisions. With the Ambulance, you don't really need to worry about your health. You're pretty much always going to be the last car standing if you pick the Ambulance. Ambulance. Oh, I could have got a kill there. Oh, hello. 31 car. So yeah, cars are blowing up left and right. Meanwhile, cars are blowing up left and right already. Meanwhile, I still got pretty much full health. Ambulance is durable. You know, isn't this kind of ironic? Ambulance is supposed to be saving lives, not killing them. Kind of ironic. Some irony in this. Yeah. Haha. So yeah, Destruction Junction is good for lots of crashes because it's a shorter track, and there's 2 sort of filter points on the corners, as you can see. The cars from one direction can't go up the shortcuts on the side, so it's a nice filter for more crashes. Though I missed. Sometimes it's hard to line up with the AI cars right. And as you can see, it's kind of getting sparse here, so there are not a lot of cars to hit. Dang it! Stop avoiding me. The 3 cars that are left are going in the opposite direction as me, so... yeah, that's my only hope is to crash into him. And I'm still in first place. Somehow. Yeah! Blew you up. Oh yeah, the kill points also go toward your collision points, so yeah. Kills are good to get. Yeah. Okay. I can't see. Okay, let's see if we can kill this last car. Let's see what happens if we are the last car standing and in first place. Yeah. So if you're the last car standing and you're in first place, the race ends when you pass a checkpoint, the next checkpoint. If you're not in first place when you're the last car standing, you're given a chance to pass as many checkpoints as you can until you are in first place. So since I'm already in first place, as soon as I go through this checkpoint, I'll get 20 points and it'll give me the win. Yeah. That's how you win a race. That's how you win one of these. That's how you win these. Ha. A lot more impressive than my murder-suicide on Seascape Sprint, right? Yeah, this is how you win. See, I got the most... No, 3 of the cars didn't even pass a single checkpoint. They blew up early. They got 100 points from checkpoints and 191 points from collisions. It's pretty darn good. I was 135 points ahead of second. You can see how overpowered the ambulance is. If your friend picks the ambulance, they're pretty much going to win. The ambulance wins. If you want a balanced match, both of you should pick the generic cars. So I'm gonna do Aztec Ruins for you as the ambulance, if I can cycle through it. And I can pretty much guarantee you I'm gonna be the last car standing again. Whether I'm in first place whether I'm gonna be in first place is up in the air. So let's see if I can get first place. Ugh. Well, Ambulance can get some mad air at least. So we got a couple rounded walls here. Maybe I can do the 1 point glitch. Maybe. And the Ambulance can stand to take some abuse. I can hit walls. Doesn't really matter. So, hello. You're in the perfect spot. No, I missed. Oh, well, let's wreck people. Okay, here, I might have gotten it, so you can see, oh, it wasn't doing it that time. The car has to be on its wheels, that helps. It's better if the car you're ramming is on its wheels. Yeah, what I usually do for these is I usually just go around in a circle. This seems to work. Going in circles works. And the Ambulance has barely enough handling to go around in circles on a full tilt. Ooh. Barrel roll. Press ZR twice. And there are these ramps in the middle, which I don't know, they don't really serve too much of a purpose. It's not like two people are going to go up the ramps at the same time. That's crazy talk. Hey, I can't get the 1 point glitch. Oh well. I sort of described this. If you have a car under wheels and they just keep backing up or going alongside you, you just sort of scrape them against the wall and you keep constantly getting 1 points. Small points here. So you saw I sort of did it there. So yeah, it's a sort of a cheap way to win, but it's a way. And we got a cluster screw here. Oh, one of these cars is about to die. Yes, I got the kill. It's all about getting them kills, baby. Hello. Wall riding, are you? Hello. You're about to die. Oh, yeah, we're opportunists here. We go for the weak cars. Come here, you. Oh, I missed. Ooh. Oh, I got that kill unintentionally. That works. I see you. Dang it, 7. Mystery 7. Where are you? Oh, I see orange. Orange is almost dead. Yeah, just trying to hunt them down now. If the cars are just low enough, if the cars are low enough on health, you just need to tap them pretty much and they'll explode. So yeah, let's try to do it. Aw. Did he kill himself by running into the wall? Yeah, he did. Sometimes that'll happen. Mostly you won't die unless you run into another car. But sometimes if you run into a wall hard enough, you will die. So, America car. How convenient. It's the America car. I blew up America. I did something the terrorists couldn't do. That was in poor taste, probably. So you can see, Ambulance is overpowered. Ambulance is going to win. Unless you get the other bonus cars that may have better durability. Well, Ambulance has max durability, so no really car with better durability. So let's try a time trial, shall we? The time trial is going to be normal forward, so you can see my times on Seascape Sprint. And like I said, most of these times are default. So I want to show you another track. You can't really time trials on the regular races, so. Oh, I'll do one of these second string tracks. I'll do Bayou Run. And we want to carve a speed. Street Rocket. Blue Demon has great acceleration. Let's see. Let me see where the Street Rocket goes. The Street Rocket has more speed, but not as good acceleration. Let's see. And I'll go with the Blue Demon. And like I said, to unlock more, and these are default times, to unlock more of the cars, you have to beat the default times on these tracks. And for these, and in time trial mode, you have unlimited health, and it's 3 laps. You have to set the bet. In order to unlock the cars, you have to beat the default lap time and the default 3 lap time. So yeah, no checkpoint bonuses. I think the Street Blue Rocket has better handling, or Blue Devil, combining the cars. I remember I rented this game a while back, and I unlocked the Hot Rod by completing some of the time trials tracks. The Hot Rod probably is the best, has the highest top speed out of everything. So 4660, it's nowhere close. I think the fastest lap is 41. So I gotta kick it up, step it up a notch. No brakes. No brakes. The brakes are evil when racing. So you can see, time trial mode is a bit more tame when you're not trying to wreck into other people. And like I said, frankly, it's a bit more boring this way. Of course, if you want to learn the tracks, I guess time trials is the way to do it. Maybe I should have picked. Oh, I guess I beat the lap record. All right. See if I can beat the total time record. I think I'm going to. I forget what it was though. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll count toward my total. So I think it was 241. I think I'm going to beat it by a mile. A green mile, at least. Destruction Derby isn't very green. Yeah, it's probably one of the least green games out there. Destroying a bunch of cars, and where do you put them? In the junkyard. Kind of convenient that a deathmatch type event takes place at a junkyard, right? So let's finish up here.
Wow, record time.
Yep. Course record. So, yep, like I said, it's pretty boring.
Units on the phone.
Oh, and I unlocked the Woody Wagon. Alright. Volkswagen, anybody? Station wagon? So it's up there in my name here. I unlocked something. See, if I would actually do the time trials, I would unlock the other vehicles. Yeah, I got the best score, the best lap, and the best time now. Hooray! I forget which one was the hot rod. Forget. But yeah, if you want to unlock the other. You unlock the 4 bonus vehicles by finishing first overall in the 4 World Championships, and you unlock the rest by beating the course records and time trial. So, I guess I'll show you the multiplayer. Sorry for the wire getting in the way. I need to grab the second controller here. Let me grab to do this. Again, like I said, the player 2 screen is pretty much going to be dead, so you don't really have to pay attention to that one. Yeah. Don't have to pay attention to player 2's screen pretty much. Yeah, player 2's cord is mostly out of the way, so you can't see it. So you can see two-player mode has the most options, and 3-player has captured a flag and destruction race blocked, and 4-player just has destruction race blocked. I guess they couldn't render 4 human players in 3 or 4 human players in a regular race. So I'll go down the line here. Deathmatch is an arena mode here. I'll just go to the junkyard, just select cars. And it's pretty much a deathmatch against the human players. It's pretty much a deathmatch. If you're playing 2 players, you'll have 6 AI cars with you. If you're playing 2 players, it can render 6 AI cars apparently. Half the number in single player. Single player could do 11. You know, it goes up to 11. So again, this is pretty much a standard deathmatch with 2 players. So I guess you know the deal that goes on there. Bomb tag. Bomb tag is a bit unique. So let's go to the junkyard again. I forget what this one is here. So bomb tag is you get fit. I didn't get to see the rules here. Let me go back. So yeah, not really sure what this is exactly. Again, since I don't have people to play with. So 50 points for surviving round, 3 points for each second with the bomb, and high score after 3 rounds wins. All right. So again, you have 6 AI cars with you. One car randomly has the bomb. So, let's see. Who has the bomb? Which car has the bomb? The person with the bomb has to try to tag somebody before it explodes. Or maybe it's a 20... Or yeah, it's a 20-second... You have a 20-second grace period to try to hand it off. You can see the car up here with the fuse has the bomb on it. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the fuse. So you have to try to pass it off. And you get points for... And there's 3 rounds here. Let's see if I can take the bomb here, because the AI cars are just going to be ramming into each other. You cannot blow up in this mode. You have to be blown up by the bomb. That's the only way you can die. Yeah. And so we'll see if we can go on until somebody gets blown up by the bomb. Eventually, as you can see, when you pass off the bomb, you get a little grace period. And as the round goes on, the grace period gets shorter and shorter. And yeah, you just gotta try to avoid getting past the bomb. Yeah. So somebody's about to blow off. About to blow up. Oh, and if a human player has the bomb, it announces it. And player 2's doing really good for not doing anything. Jeesh. As you can see, when a human player gets the bomb, it adds a lot more grace time to it than when a CPU player gets the bomb. So yeah, the game is sort of balanced toward the players in that regard. The AI isn't a cheating jerk in this time. So yeah. Okay, announcer, we get it. So I don't know where the bomb is anymore. So let's see if somebody get blown up, please. Somebody. Yeah. Here, I'll save you, player 2. Nameless player 2. I flipped over. Crap. Player 2 might actually live. See, we're buddies. Player 2 and I are buddies. We're gonna survive. We're the last survivors. What? How do we get the bomb? Oh, apparently some people have blown up already. I didn't realize that. I guess when one of the AI cars blow up, it automatically passes the bomb to one of the human players. You want to try to hold on to the bomb. I forgot. You get points for holding on to the bomb. Forgot about that. So you want to try to hold on to the bomb until the last second. I get it now. Yeah, that's why I was still in last place. I wasn't holding on to the bomb at all. I better pass it off before I blow up. Yeah. More points. I forgot 3 points for each second you have the bomb. Forgot about that. Blow up. And everybody gets points for surviving the round, I think. Whatever. I think I'm gonna try to win this. Of course, it's gonna be easy to win because player 2 is not really doing diddly squat. So yeah, I forgot AI cars were present in 2-player mode. So give me the bomb. I want points. AI car. I want points. I need points. Thank you. You want to earn some points before I hand it off to somebody. I want to try to keep player 2 alive, because that would be kind of hilarious if player 2 survived until the final 2. So I'm building up my points. Points. Okay. Come on. Well, this is good. Yeah, well, I better unload it now. There, you take it. Player 2 is sort of in a cozy place, at the very least. Boom. So we're getting down to the final. We're in the final 4. Yeah. So I gotta build up my points here, because one of these AI cars has more points than me somewhere. Yeah, I gotta pass it off. I'm working on an announcer. Crap, I might not be able to pass it off. I'm in first place, though. You know what? Since I had the controller here, Might as well try. Player 2, let's go. Player 2 is going to survive. Might survive at least. Eh. Oh, I'm the last guy standing. Oh, come on. At least player 2 can get points now. He had the bomb a couple times before, but not for very long. Eh. Sorry, dude. Well, at least player 2 is not going to be in dead last. That's good, for at least. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Again, this is one of the modes where speed is actually more important than durability, in this sense. As he wants speed to try to catch up to the other players. Come on. Come on. Nope, player 2's still alive. Still alive, player 2. Ugh. Player 2's the last one standing. But too bad, so sad. Player 2 lost. So, you get 50 points for surviving the whole round. Oh, and there's 3 rounds, I forgot. There's 3 rounds of this. It goes on for a while. So, player 1, me, won by virtue of holding on to the bomb. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. So yeah, that was that, I guess. You can also capture the flag here. You can see it keeps a separate score for this as well. So junkyard again. You get 10 points for each capture, 5 points for each block, and the highest score after 5 minutes wins. So yeah, in this mode there are 6 cars, 3 on yellow and 3 on blue. And if you're playing 2 players, you got the AI help. You got 2 AI cars helping you on each side. So what you gotta do is you gotta capture your opponent's flag and get it to your color. So that's the gist of it. But if somebody on the other team catches you, for example, here I'm gonna run into here. It's a block. And they get 5 points for that. So yeah, you want to try to protect your flag and try to capture their flag. Yeah. So let's see. We get 5 minutes. I think we can budget this. The AI cars on the blue team are actually doing something. They captured the flag at least, and I'm flipping out. Don't know what the blue team's doing, even though I'm not really yellow. Enjoy. Product placement. Whoa. Don't pit maneuver me, boy. Blue team doesn't really be concerned about capturing the flag. I will say. The AI cars are more for blocking than actually capturing the flag. Well, as soon as I say that, as an AI from the other team captures the flag. Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, one of my AI partners got it. I don't think I'm going to go to full 5 minutes. So you can see that's captured a flag. And exclusive to 2-player, and of course 3 players is just 3 players, and 4 players is 4 players. It stops rendering AI and 3 and 4 players, so you just have human players, so. And exclusive to 2 players is Destruction Race. It's like the arcade mode. You can play on any of the tracks. On any of the race tracks you unlocked here. So let's do, this one here. And it's the same thing as the 1-player races, except the field is cut down to 8. The field's cut down to 8. You have 4 cars going one direction and 4 cars going the opposite direction, of course, and 2 of those cars are human players. You can see the human players on opposite packs, I guess to make it more interesting. And each player has their own separate timer as well. If one player blows up or runs out of time, then their game is over. They have to wait until the other player finishes. So yeah, the game ends when both players are forced to retire, or when one player is left and they have enough points to win. And player 2 got a crap load of points there. And player 2 got more points than me on that collision alone. But yeah, player 2 is going to get game over here soon, though. So as you can, this is probably the most fun mode in 2 players. And you can see the game is really laggy here. The N64 doesn't really handle this too well. And player 2 is still moving, even though he's out of time. You can see Destruction Race is pretty much a single player mode with 2 players. This is fun. I can't believe player 2 had more points than me at one point. So you can see, yeah, that's pretty much it. So this was Destruction Derby 64 on the 64. It's not quite like the PS1 counterparts, but I think it's worth a good look. It's a good multiplayer game, I think. But yeah, it can get kind of repetitive after a while, but it's just good destruction-y fun, I say. So yeah, I say this if you like the PS1 versions of Destruction Derby, I say this game would be alright for you. It's not quite there, it's not quite like the PS1 games exactly, but it's fun in its own right, and this is the one I remember playing. Like I said, I need to get the PS1 games sometimes, so yeah. This has been Destruction Derby 64 on the N64, and I shall see you next time, kiddos.